It's 7 o'clock in the morning on a Monday because I'm here at the old studio again, waiting for the people who are going to come and fix the boiler to come and fix the boiler. They're going to spend the whole day about it, so I'm stuck here, which means I think that I'm going to work on finishing off this alphabet here, all my joined up writing. So I've got to go through the second half of the alphabet, do all the N's, the rest of the N's, and then on to the O, F's, O, G's. And then if I finish this, which I hopefully will, a little bit more reading here. So I have a problem. Well, not really a problem, more of a preference. Like when I do my X's, I do in two halves, like that. So if I was going to do OX, it goes like that, or SX, I'll do it. But code-wise, that's kind of tricky. So I know if I sort of do IS, I go back, or if I do I go and do the I and the T. So I know about dotting the I's and the J's and crossing the T's, and I can save all those dots and strokes for later. But X, I sort of have to stop halfway through a word. So if I'm doing ox, for example, that's the first half, that's the second half, and that makes my code tricky because even though my handwriting is kind of messy, if we go back here, my handwriting is kind of messy, but it is joined up and it is cursive, and I want that to flow all the way through. So I've gone back and I've deleted all the X's where I did them the old way, and I'm going to have to go back in and do them like this new way, which is kind of going to be U and then X like that. See, I can't do it one-handed, that for sure, but it's going to be tricky because I don't like my X's like that, but I'm going to have to go back. I've done all the way up to, where have I got up to? See, so I've got all my SX's here. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. So I think it's fair to say that I didn't get all that done because I started getting cramp in my hands. And then I have to stop for the day because I've got to go home and do a bunch of stuff. And I'm not here tomorrow either, so we're going to skip the whole of Tuesday, and I'll see you again on Wednesday. This is hopefully the last of the slightly weird weeks. Right, let's go on with the second half of the week. Oh look, this is a very familiar view. I'm still here. The plumber hasn't been today yet. It's 5 o'clock, I'm looking at the time, and there's still a chance that he shows up before the end of the day, but I'm not holding my breath. They said otherwise it'll be 8:30 tomorrow. If you sense a little bit of frustration in my voice, it's because I haven't even been into the proper studio all week. I've got some kitty cards to send out. I've got a couple of other things I need to be doing, and I feel like I haven't done any of it. I was supposed to get a lot more done this week. Anyway, I've been here, I've been reading this all day. It's quite hard going. I've been making lots of notes. So I'm here in Obsidian, and I've gone through the whole first thing. I've already skimmed this book once, but now I'm going back so I can actually make all these different notes here. But that's it, really. And I also picked up this as well, more AI, how to get there. So a little bit of this. Can we build and use AI ethically? I believe for blah, blah, blah. I thought this would be quite good to round out my other reading. Some of it about the practice, some of it is about art, that type of thing. A little bit AI seemed like a good idea. There's not too many books about it at the moment. It's a little early. Anyway, we'll see how that gets on. And hopefully tomorrow, this isn't the Wednesday I was expecting you to come back to when I spoke to you on Monday. I was expecting something a bit more upbeat, better camera, something like that. Anyway, hopefully tomorrow that'll get sorted, but we'll see.
Well, hey Dan, you might say. You look lovely in high definition, in good quality camera for a change. Let me ditch this, I've got a bunch of stationery. You look so great in high def, and you're in your new studio. Does that mean that your boiler problems are all over? No, it doesn't. It means the plumber came to check the boiler, sign off today, and it made an unusual pop, and the valve that got replaced 2 days ago has gone again, so they need to call out the engineer, and I need to wait at the old studio for the engineer to come to fix it. I hate boilers. Why are they such trouble? Anyway, I'm here because, let me grab you. I've got a bundle of kitty postcards that need to be sent off. They got ordered last week and I haven't had a chance to do them, and if I don't do it now then I won't be able to do it, and that really sucks. So I've got I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've got a bundle still left. I'm nearly out, so I'm going to have to plot some more. So I'm going to get Kitty to write the messages on the back and then get them into an envelope. So we'll use one of these and send it off. And then as soon as this is done, I'm going to have to head back to the... Hold on. What have I done? That's better. I'm going to have to head back to the other studio and just wait there in the cold because there's no heating now. Right, so I've got a bunch of stuff here. Again, this is experimental because I need to work on my journaling. So I've got some highlighters there, cute. Different colour pens. This is so I can kind of steal some of the layouts. I'll talk about that more in a while. This is a nice lay flat, so it can actually go into the plotter really easily because some things, when they're not ring bound, it gets really difficult. Like this one here. This is a great pad, but if I try to put this into the plotter, you kind of get this arching thing. Anyway, you know the score. So I've bought a whole bunch of these to test. And this one here as well. I really like this one. Anyway, lots of stationery in the future. That's because I'm thinking a lot about the documentation part of the research-based study that I'm doing. I've got more to talk about that, but not now because you've already listened to me rattle on long enough, even though this is nice doing this. I really like holding the camera and being able to talk to you like this rather than on the phone. Anyway, that's enough rattling. 3 minutes. But mind you, the rest of the week's not going to be that long. All right, my parcel from Amazon has arrived in the locker, so I'm going to risk nipping out because the engineer hasn't been yet. Don't know when he's turning up, but I think I'll be okay for like 5 minutes. Okay, so why this? This is an A5. I think this is... what does it say? A Norfolk organizer with 35mm rings. Now these seem to be having a resurgence in the journaling community. These big old rings here. This whole thing. And I've been thinking a lot about... Hold on. About which journal to get to do my journaling in, and I've decided on the Filofax because you can put pieces of paper in and out of it, and the stuff I'm going to be doing for my research, because Kitty's going to be writing some of it and I'm going to be writing some of it, but Kitty can't write it until like the end of the week when she does her summary. I'm going to be working in a non-chronological way where some Monday stuff isn't going to be printed out by Kitty until like Friday, so I want a way to be able to go back and put pieces of paper in, whereas if I go with a proper bullet journal and I fill it in, I have to guess how much space to leave, and it's just going to be awkward. And also I'm going to make a whole bunch of mistakes while plotting, so I want to be able to take those pages out and put them in. But if you look at this, right, so these planners come with all these different types of pages, these month type of views here, and then your to-do list. And there's a big sort of community of people who design these that you can then print out, use the whole stamp, this thing here, to then punch holes in and put them into your Filofax. Over here, not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but here's a dot grid and a ruler up here. This is an A5 piece of paper that I'm going to put tools to allow you to subdivide that and then do other things to it. And then combining that with the fact that Kitty has her own handwriting and can then also synthesize my handwriting, that I can get Kitty to draw out pages and also put my own writing in there. So journaling is kind of niche, drawing machines is kind of niche, people print out pages, but what I'm going to try to do is get the pen plotter, get Kitty to plot pages. And the nice thing about that you can't do when you print them out is you can use fountain pen ink or other types of inks, and ink is also big in the journaling community. So to be able to use whatever pens I want, like gel pens, 5 pens, permanent markers, fountain pens, all of those type of pens to draw the planning pages, I think is an interesting take on it and do all the other stuff. Anyway, so that's why I got the Filofax. I'm going to start trying to do journaling like straight away, but I'm going to start in next quarter actually documenting this whole research project that I'm doing, art-based research, research-based project, all that type of stuff in this journal using a combination of me and a combination of Kitty doing stuff together, kind of, sort of. Anyway, so that's that. I'm a bit excited. Right, let's sort all this out. I'm finally back in the studio. Look, see? Lights, books, all sorts of things. I'm really pleased to be here. It's the end of Friday, just editing the Weeknotes video, the last of it. I'm going to drop this in a second. Apparently, I've already spoken quite a lot this week, so I'm just going to cut this short. Have a great weekend. I'm looking forward to having a whole week of just working in the studio. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.